Hi there, it's Michelle with Craftables and Time Krafts. I wanted to come and show you how to make a hair bow using Craftables velvet heat transfer vinyl. This makes it so that your bow can either be reversible or you can just use the velvet side, but I'm sure as some of you know, it's hard to find velvet textured vinyl. So this is one way to create your vinyl bow with different mediums in order to change up the look. We're going to start with the products you need to complete this look. Starting with your hair bow clip, I use these alligator clips. They're approximately 2 inches long. They have the grip on the one side and just a pinch clasp. You're going to need 1 for the hair bow and 2 for holding it still while the glue dries. You're also going to need your faux vinyl. Today I'm going to use, not faux vinyl, your faux leather. I'm going to use this glitter faux leather. It is from Hobby Lobby. The brand is Boutique, Ribbon Boutique. They actually call it faux leather wide ribbon. This one's a black glitter. And then I'm going to be using Craftables brand velvet in red. How pretty is that? It's kind of a burgundy red, like a wine color. This has the sheet, protective sheet over it. That would not be on it once you're done, so obviously it wouldn't have that shine. This is a piece I've already prepared for us. Isn't that just beautiful? It's like crushed velvet. You will also be needing a heat press of some sort to adhere the vinyl to the faux leather. I will be using the Cricut Mini but Mighty heat press. You can use an iron, one of the larger heat presses from Cricut, or even just a basic actual heat press, whichever you have on hand. We will need a glue gun with a glue stick, and then we will also be needing E6000 glue. You can use the clear or white, whichever you have. Some of the glue might show, so that's why I like to use clear. Other than those, the tools that we'll be needing are obviously some sort of computer to use the Design Space program. You'll be using your Cricut, and I use the purple strong grip mat to hold it with. And if you don't have a new mat, if it's not completely brand new and nice and strong, then you may need a little bit of masking tape or washi tape to tape down your vinyl when you're ready. I went to the Cricut Design Space, their projects, and I found this bow already pre-designed so that I wouldn't have to purchase any designs or try to design it myself. So I've just uploaded this pre-made project that was found over here in the project section. I just typed in hair bow and I chose the one that I liked from the choices that came up. It is already sized and everything, and I'm going to accept the size that they made it, so I don't need to make any changes. I'm just going to come up and click make it. They've already arranged it in this place, and because my vinyl is, or my faux leather is only 8 inches wide, I cannot take this image and move it up here to save space, because that would make it the 12 inches wide. But I am just going to move it just a little hair closer. I like to save any amount of leather that I can. Everything over here is fine. I don't need to change the cut. I do not need to mirror image, so click continue. From there, I'm going to place my vinyl side down, so your velvet side down. It depends on the kind of faux leather you're using. If you are using a smooth faux leather, you can put the faux leather side down. If you're using something rough like glitter, it doesn't stick as well, so I put it then this side down. I don't want it to move, so I'm going to use that washi tape and just tape the 4 corners real quick, just to give it a little extra holding power. And then I'm gonna go ahead and load it into my Cricut. And choose my cutting material from the menu that it offers. I just realized that my device was set on an Air 2 instead of the maker that I'm using. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this cut real quick. This happens sometimes. It's frustrating, but it's not that big a deal. Actually, I didn't want that, so, oh goodness. Oh, see guys, we're not all perfect and mistakes happen. I need to go to this spot. I accidentally went to the wrong spot, and I need to change it to my Cricut Maker. It was set on the Explorer 2 that I keep in the house. Then I click Make It again. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move up my little image there. Just save what space I can and then hit continue. I went ahead and loaded it into my machine, and it's just waiting for the Bluetooth to connect. I kind of live in the country, so sometimes it's slow. I've already got my choices preloaded. If you don't, then you are welcome to just hit this browse all material spot right here. And what you're gonna look for is faux suede. Go ahead and click that. And on your machine, go ahead and click Make It. While we're waiting for the Cricut to cut, if you guys haven't tried Craftable's vinyl yet, you are missing out. They have such a huge array of both permanent and HTV style vinyls. They have sun changing HTV, they have velvet HTV, they've got holographic, glitter, puffy, so it looks like that puff paint, just about anything you can imagine. They've got a glow in the dark colors. They've got various ones in adhesive with prints and iridescent and all sorts of things. So the Cricut was done. I'm going to check and see without unloading my mat. I'm just going to lift a corner and see if it cut all the way through. It hasn't. So without unloading my mat, I'm just going to go ahead and hit the cutting button again. And this makes it so it takes a second pass. Go ahead and use this step until it has cut all the way through on your project. If you do not unload the mat in between cuts, it will cut the exact same path each time for you. Just make sure that the corner that you lift, you get stuck back down again. And you can check this as many times as you need. Each kind of vinyl and faux leather is different. Sometimes 1 or 2 passes is enough. With thicker leather, you might need 3 or 4 passes. So it's okay how many ever passes you need. Just go ahead and recheck it each time to see what you are needing. So it's done. I'm going to go ahead and check it again. I think I need at least 1 more pass. Thankfully, this is a pretty quick cut and it doesn't take very long for the Cricut to go through it. So I'm going to give it 1 more cut here and see if that'll do it. Because remember, you're cutting through both the HTV layer and the faux leather layer. The website for Craftable's vinyl is shopcraftables.com. So shopcraftables.com. Shop Craftables. All right, let's give it another check. This time it's cut all the way through. I will unload my mat and I'll bring this back over to the camera. So it's cut the 3 elements that we need for this bow. Pull them off the mat here. This is the bow part that creates the front fold ribbon. This is the ribbon look from the back, and then the little piece that wraps over both of them. This is the hot glue part. You're going to take this bow and fold it and match these little pieces here. It doesn't have to be perfect. Crafts are never meant to be completely perfect. So you take that, and you're going to take a little dollop of glue and push a little bit glue there and a little bit glue here. This is where I use hot glue because it gives a quick hold. Later on, I use the E6000 because it's more of a permanent hold, but it takes 72 hours to cure, and so I tack it with the hot glue to hold it down until I can give the E6000 time to cure. So we've got that. I've got that piece hot glued. You can just pull off the little excess pieces, and then we're going to take this. Now you can decide how you want to do it. You can put your piece like this, or you could turn it over and have the glittery side show and do it like this. I like to have a little contrast, so I'm going to take this piece and put a little dollop of glue on the back and go ahead and glue it down to my glitter. It doesn't take a lot, less than a pea size amount of glue, like a little bead amount of glue there. Again, this may or may not fit 100% perfectly, and it's okay if it doesn't because it just lets a little glitter show. I got that down, and I have just a little bit more on this side than I did on this side, but that's okay. Then the second last step is you're going to take this piece now and center it on this front here and on the back side. Again, this is where you can decide, do you want to have it match or do you want to have a contrast? I'm going to go ahead and flip mine over to allow for the contrast part of it. And then you're going to fold it. You're going to put a little dollop of glue on just this side for now. You're just going to want to tack down the first side because we want to still get our hair bow in there, the actual clip. So this is what we've got. Just tack that one side down there for now. Now this is where your clip comes into play. You're going to take this clip, and what I do, it's kind of hard to show. I try to clip a little piece of that in there and then fold it over. And you're going to go ahead and tack that down again with just a little bit of hot glue. Again, this is just meant to give it a temporary hold. I have found that hot glue does not offer the permanent hold that we need. It will eventually kind of let loose. But we're just looking for a temporary tack here to get it where we need it for the moment. So we've got that going. I know it's not down there really well yet, but we're going to take care of that in just a minute. Remember I said you needed 3 of these clips? That's where these are going to come in right here. Now we're going to take some of that E6000 and run it under each end of your hair clip and then under this piece right here. That's my heat press telling me it's going to be turning off. I just realized how incredibly dirty my hands look. I did some gardening yesterday and I didn't wear any gloves, so I look a little dirty here. So you're going to take your E6000, and like I said, you're going to place some there in the middle and on the other end as well. It doesn't take a ton. Mine is apparently I need to pierce the tube to get it opened a little bit. It's not wanting to come out very easily. All right, so I've got the glue on it. And so in order for it to hold while the glue cures, I'm going to take this one and place it over this end of my hair bow. And I'm going to take the other one and place it over this end, and I just kind of hold it there. That way it gives the chance the glue a chance to dry while, or it holds the bow in place while the glue is drying. As you guys can tell, I'm not incredibly professional in making videos. And then once it's dry, you'll have a beautiful finished project. I hope this helps you guys today and encourages you to go ahead and craft even if you're not perfect, because clearly I am not perfect and I make mistakes and I trip over my words, but that's okay. It's crafting and it's meant to be fun. I hope you guys have a great day.